Okay, folks, it is almost time for the next light show. I think it will be on in about, I don't know, 5 minutes, something like that. But while we are waiting for the next light show, I will flip the camera around and show you guys my dinner. It has arrived. Now, they did change their menu, so they do not have the salmon anymore, but they do have some fabulous fish and chips. So that's what I ordered because I love a good fish and chip. And so far, it's good. This just came and it's very, very piping hot, which is, of course, wonderful, but it's a little too warm for me. So I'm getting the gimbal all set up. We're going to check to see, folks, if the microphone is on, which it's not. I've been turning it off in between just to conserve battery because that's super important when you've got any type of tech that you're running. But the light show should be starting soon, so I don't know what it's going to be, and that's the exciting part. So hopefully we're all connected to the Wi-Fi and it will not go out during this program. I hope not. But it is all super exciting. I cannot wait for the next show. It's going to be wonderful. I'm going to get the gimbal set up here because it's not. And I don't know. Let's see. Okay, we're going to start it here. And then, of course, I'll move it around as the light shows get a little more in depth. So there we go. So I'm ready. I'm glad you guys are excited. Joyce, thank you so much. Susie, thank you so much. It's great to have everybody joining in. I always start early so I can get set up and ready to go and have some of you guys have a chance to grab a seat in the room before the light show starts. So I always go on about 5 minutes early, folks. So as this is happening through the evening, you guys can catch me 5 minutes earlier. So yes, I hope so, Helen, that it works out. So I'm so glad you're here. And I am on the official Wi-Fi at Union Station, so I should be all good to go. I totally forgot to join the Wi-Fi last time was my problem. I don't think I was actually on it. So hey, Pam, welcome, welcome. I cannot wait for you to see it. Just a few more minutes, folks. We are looking at about 2 minutes before this show starts. I don't know what it's going to be, but whatever it is, it's going to be fabulous. And I cannot wait, folks. I keep saying this until we get to the Queen or Beatles, because that one, oh my lawsy, is amazing. It is going to knock your socks off. If you have been watching the others and you're like, okay, this is cool. No. Wait until Queen and Beatles come on. I don't know when that's going to be, but it's going to be great. Oh, and I hope the John Goodman one comes on soon. That one is amazing, 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 amazing. I tell you, get ready, because when those war letters fly across the ceiling, it is just going to move you. Hopefully in a way like it moves me. It's just amazing. So this place here that I'm at is a hotel. It is part of the Curio Collection by Hilton, and it is Union Station, and it's just fantastic. It once was an old train station. In fact, the busiest train station in the entire U.S. It was a central hub for folks going off to war and returning from war, and of course, thousands and thousands of people came from this train station every day and went all over the country. So this is amazing. The architecture in here is just beyond fantastic. You have all of the beautiful Celtic knots on the ceiling, and you've got the beautiful ladies with the glass globes. Those are original, folks. You've got all of the beautiful Italian tile here, which is amazing. This place is just special, and I'm glad I get to share it with you every hour on the hour. Yes, I'm ready for show 3. Dinner has just arrived, and it is piping hot, so I haven't eaten it yet, but it looks delicious. I've got fish and chips, I've got some lemon, some remoulade sauce, which I love, and some slaw. So I'm very excited for all this. After this next show, it's going to be really good. And I'm still sipping on my drink there, but I think soon I might order something else as well. We're just having fun hanging out in the lobby. So yes, we are ready for show 3. Oh, of course, I'm happy to do this. Hopefully more folks can join here. We had quite a bit the first light show, so hopefully more people will be coming in as the show starts. But again, folks, this is going to be fantastic. Whatever show the random selector picks, it's just whenever the projector chooses next, it goes on, which is pretty cool. So we're lucky too because oftentimes they have a wedding or an event here in the Grand Hall, which then halts all the light shows for the evening. So I've stayed here twice now, and there's been a couple of times where they've had a convention or something, and the light shows have not been running. So then, of course, in the morning, you can request light shows. It's first come, first serve. And in the morning, sometimes if they're not setting up, they'll run one just because, I didn't get a chance to see it before I left or something like that. Um, so we're very lucky, folks. There is no events tonight. And we can just sit here and watch all the shows and hang out, which is very, very exciting. Also, if you do stay here, and I hope you do because it is wonderful, like I said, you can request light shows. Now, it is first come, first serve. You have to talk to one of the folks at the desk. But if you are here during the hours that they run the light shows, 5 to 11, you can say, hey, I really got to go, but I would love to see Queen. I'd love to see Beatles. I'd love to see whatever. And they will put it on for you if you are the first person. That has always been my experience in the past, and they are super accommodating if they can be with the light shows. Of course, if there is something in the Grand Hall they can't run them, that happens. But we also have at the Union Station Hotel a fire show outside. Now, I think I've filmed that and featured that in a video. I will say the fire show is not nearly as cool as the light show. It does flash to music and do some cool things, but this is 10 times cooler. So if you stay here, definitely go check out the fire show, but I would recommend just hanging out in the lobby one night, getting dinner here, and do it. Okay, we are starting up, folks.
Wow, 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 folks. I am so glad one of the earlier shows was the Beatles because, man, oh man, that show is fantastic. And I think they added a few new songs to that because I have seen that, oh gosh, a ton of times since I've been staying here. And my gosh, they added new stuff to that. That was phenomenally cool. The Beatles show typically is at the end too, so I'm glad it was early so you guys really got a good flavor of what the light shows can do, because of course these other ones we've been watching are awesome, but this one, I mean, it just pulls out all the stops. It is really cool. In fact, that was the first light show I ever saw when I stayed here at Union Station. I kind of happened upon this place, I must say by mistake. My mom and I had come up here to visit some family in the St. Louis area one time, and my mom said, we need a hotel. And I said, okay, well, let me book a cool hotel, because there's a lot of great hotels around the St. Louis area. And I thought, well, let me see if I can book the Moonrise, because I've stayed there before. That's in the Delmar Loop. It's very cool, and they didn't have any availability, so I tried Cheshire Inn, which has a big bear. It's pretty cool. I used to stay there when I was really little. Grandma booked that because she thought it would be fun for us kids, and they didn't have anything. And so I was like, oh, there's some old train station. I don't know if it's any good, but it's a Hilton. I'd get points, so let's do it. We booked it. Now, mind you, I had not seen the inside of this hotel until we got here. Because for some reason, I just never noticed the pictures, which is very unlike me when I plan things. But my mom and I walked in, and my mom was actually still downstairs with the valet, and I walked in, and I'm like, Mom, you gotta come in here. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. And I remember the lady saying, oh yeah, there's a light show like at 11. You guys ought to come back down and catch the last light show. And my mom's like, okay, well, sure, we'll go put our stuff and come down. And we came down, and the first thing that started was you could hear Ringo Starr. You could hear his voice, or Paul McCartney. I don't know which voice that is. One of the Beatles. And I was like, oh my gosh. At first, it kind of startled me. I thought, what is this voice in this train station? And then the light show started, and Mom and I were just sitting there in our mouths agape. We were like, oh my gosh, this is beyond cool. And then I researched it online, of course, when we got back to the room that night. I was like, well, this is really awesome. And I fell in love with the history. And then I saw other, kind of not so great videos online, but some where they were saying, wow, there's other shows, and I caught 2 seconds of a Queen one. And I'm like, Mom, they have other light shows. We need to go down. But of course, we were only here 1 or 2 days. So the next day, the bellhop, he was so nice. He played the Queen video for us, or the Queen light show. It was during the day, so it wasn't as cool as at night when it gets really dark. And I was like, man, I've got to come back here. And so this is kind of how I started the journey with Union Station in the fabulous hotel. But I'm glad you guys like it. So, folks, make sure you come back, because there will be another light show within the hour. So every hour on the hour up until 11 o'clock Central Standard Time, so that's midnight Eastern Time,
there will be a light show, and I will be going live. I have filmed this all on my very good camera and setup. So I will be doing official videos from the light shows. I might do some compilations. We'll see how it works out. Um, but I will be doing those every hour on the hour live, and then I'll have my pre-recorded stuff with better audio and sound, so you guys get a chance to really go back and watch them. But I'm so glad you are loving these. I'm really glad it was the Beatles one, because I wanted you guys to see, like, man, this is beyond cool. So we still have not seen the Queen one. The John Goodman one we have not seen. There's one that's kind of seasons. It's like seasons, winter, fall, spring, summer. It's cool. It's not as cool as some of the other ones, but it's awesome. And then there's the aquarium one. That one's cool because you feel like you're in an aquarium. And there's so many others. So folks, stay tuned between now and 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. There will be more, so come back. I can't wait. I'm so excited. My food is getting cold, so I'm going to go ahead and munch down on that. I got some fish and chips. Looks really delicious, and I cannot wait to see you guys at the next show. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back. Yes, I'm glad to be down here. I've got the perfect spot. This hotel starts filling up, the downstairs does, and so I was glad to come here right at 5 and get the perfect seat for all of you guys. And I have to say, being at the edge of Union Station is like the perfect way to show the light show. So let me know, guys, here in the chat before I end this live. Was the filming okay? Could you guys see everything? Was it good? Was it clear? I hope so. Again, I'm operating not only you guys live, but I've got my crane, gimbal, and my Rode mics and my vlogging camera all going at the same time. So we're like trying to do double duty, but I hope it worked. And I'm here for a couple of more days, so if I didn't get something that I want to show, I will just come back down here and film it again. But while I'm here actually able to like run through all the light shows, I thought it was good. Okay, fantastic, folks. So much for joining. I appreciate that. See you guys very soon. I'm going to grab some dinner, and I can't wait. Bye, friends.